to be new year resolution study English.
Exactly. Many people wants to start studying English and checking the stuff. So
Do
it's
exercise. Uh-huh.
exactly doing exercise. The gym is full.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the thing. Next year. Let's see how it goes. But right now, it's going to be a very interesting month,
Uh-huh.
especially for you, the group,
Okay.
because you are going to do the final um, the final part of the level.
Okay.
We are going to finish B1. Do you remember the exam?
Yeah, I remember the exam.
Was it
It
difficult?
was, yeah, I a little difficult.
Uh,
I the practice the listening because it's very hard.
yes, yes.
It's very tricky.
The Yeah, it was difficult. It was the beginning of the training.
Mhm.
This new exam is a very different methodology, very different um, application. So yeah, it's going to be a very similar exam like the
Okay.
past time. Okay, but now this is going to be different because I'm going to give you more uh, more tools, more
Okay.
training.
Uh-huh.
We are going to dedicate all the month to the exam, to the
Uh-huh.
exam, to the exam, to the exam, to the exam.
Yeah, I think the start to the group was difficult because the tools is I think we need to more, no? To more tools for the percentage
Yes, for
exam.
the exam. It was not enough, no?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
enough.
Well, now we are going to focus the full month just to the exam.
Okay.
So let's try to do that. Let's work on that. We're gonna call it B1 preliminary training. This is the final evaluation for the B1 training, and we are going to do final evaluation B1 certificate. Jesus Christ. How are you? How do you feel about this? Uh, Robert, you are here, man. Tell me about this. What is your opinion on that?
My opinion. mm, Well, the evaluation, I think that it's important because the evaluation gives us a reference about how much improve our English.
Right.
And what else? And I have a doubt. The evaluation to apply the evaluation, or it's another. How can I say?
Institution?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, don't the certification is not going to be official. We are
Okay.
going to
Okay. Okay.
do a
Mhm.
simulation,
Okay. 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 Okay.
right? Because of
Mhm.
course I cannot emit it
Mhm, mhm,
as I don't have this contact with the official tutors. In the future, I'm going to do the Tramit to create the the full, let's say, connection with the official um, association that make the exam.
mhm.
But in this moment, we are going to do a simulation. So in
Oh, it's
case you want to do the exam in an official place, you are sure if you can pass it.
okay.
You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
So technically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the training for the certificate, and then tomorrow you say, okay, I want to present this exam at Cambridge, at the consulate, etc.,
Mhm.
and they are going to provide the the exam to you.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good thing about this, and this is the way I can make sure that you can pass to the next level.
Okay.
This is the way we can make sure. So this month, all the month, we are going to study the exam. What is it for? What do we have to expect on the exam? And this type of exercises that we are going to do.
Okay.
Okay. What about Sochil? What do you think about this new training, the final part? Sochil, are you there? Okay, she's not there. Well, in a moment we're gonna check this, everyone with you. So preliminary training, excellent. Okay, so the exam, let's get familiar with the Cambridge preliminary, okay? The Cambridge preliminary has all the vocabulary that, well, not all the vocabulary, but covers vocabulary that can make you understand different levels of English, okay? This B1 preliminary training is going to be a simulation for the Cambridge assessment. And I'm going to explain in short words what is your objective in the following slides. Okay? The first thing that you need to know is the vocabulary that you need to dominate. Yes? Because one thing is the grammar and the structures and everything that I have insisted on studying all these months, but also the quantity of vocabulary that you need to dominate. If you don't have this vocabulary, it's going to be very difficult to understand what happens in the vocabulary. In the exam, in the previous exam, the reading exercises that you had at the bottom, this one, for example. This was your last exam. And the final exercise was reading, right? These particular readings, all of them are very similar to the P1 preliminary training, the P1 preliminary test. So during the whole course, we had exercises that were very similar to the original test. So on the reading section, you know what to expect. So let's go through the introduction. How many sections are there in the P1 preliminary test? Okay.
4.
I want you to look at this exactly. 4, but no, it's not a question for you. Don't worry. It's a question for the class. Check this out.
B1 Preliminary and B1 Preliminary for Schools is an intermediate level qualification that shows students have mastered the basics of English. At B1 Preliminary for Schools level, learners will improve their fluency and be able to watch TV in English. They'll be able to agree or disagree and discuss alternative plans with their friends.
I don't agree with you. I think it will be faster getting to town by train than by bus.
Students will also learn how to express their preferences.
Do you prefer to go on trips with your family or friends? I prefer going on trips with my friends because they are more fun than my parents. How about you?
After taking B1 preliminary for schools, students can go on to improve their English further by preparing for B2 first for schools. At this level, they will learn how to express their opinion and will have the language skills they need to travel and work in an English-speaking country. Cambridge English qualifications help students develop their English language skills step by step. They help learners prove their skills to the world and lay the foundations for their future success.
Question: do you have the ability to watch
And be able
television in English?
I'm not.
No? Come on, Luis, why not?
No yet. I don't know
Not
why.
yet. Have you tried it?
No.
Because that's
Um, I need to try yet.
yes, I agree because one thing is that you think you cannot. But what about the real thing? Have you ever really tried to do it? That's the question. What about the rest? Are you able to watch television in English?
In my case, I try to watch series on English with subtitles
Okay.
sometimes.
And how do you do with that?
And sometimes I understand the idea or general idea, but sometimes I don't know. I don't understand because the characteristic of the persons said phrasal verbs or different concepts. I don't understand.
Super important. Yes, that you mentioned phrasal verbs and you mentioned all the information that you sent on the group. This information is super useful because yes, phrasal verbs are more common in English.
Another is the person speak with the tongue. I don't know how to explain when they mix the sounds of the word.
Contractions?
No, for example, could you? School you. I say could.
Yeah,
you,
they are contractions.
Could you? A contraction.
Fluency contractions. When they speak so fast. Right?
Right.
That's exactly the reason why we study in the course. The reason we study the videos and word by word and phonetic analysis is precisely to get the ability to understand when American people speak fast. I think the biggest problem for everybody in the group is when American people speak fast. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Although they're, for example, nervous or angry very fast.
Yes, precisely. And this is something you need to get used to as soon as possible, because this is normal speaking. This is a very normal way to speak. In the class, we go very slowly, analysis and checking phonetic by phonetic what is the correct thing. But we need to accelerate this process at some point. I keep you in a very comfortable zone, in a very comfortable area. But really, in the outside, they speak super, super fast. And the listening section is the most difficult part in the exam. Precisely. This is the most difficult part. So this is the first thing that we are going to cover. Precisely, the listening section. Your biggest issue when you are understanding American people is that they speak super fast. No? So you need to understand, you need to check different types of pronunciations, different types of phonetics, etc. In the class, we studied American people from different areas. We studied people from New York, people from California, people from different areas of United States, and you understood different accents. Do you remember who was the most difficult accent, or who had the most difficult accent from all the people that you saw?
No.
I remember that the mm, mm, one girl,
Mm-hmm.
one Mexican girl,
Mm-hmm.
in the huevos rancheros.
Oh, this one. Yeah. Like
Yes,
a Mexican American person, no?
exactly.
She
Very
spoke
Me
difficult.
too.
super
Very, very.
fast. Yes, I agree with you. She spoke super fast. But many other people say no, right? Michael, do you agree with Luis or do you disagree?
Yeah, I agree with Luis.
Okay, so Mexican American accent was not easy, right? What about the rest? What do you think, Robert, about Mexican American accent?
No, I think that it's more easy to understand the accent.
It's
Well, for me,
easier, not more easy.
easier, easier.
Yeah, so for you, it was this video was easier.
Mhm.
Interesting, interesting. What about social? Hello, Janice. What do you think about these videos? Social, Janice, are you there? Well, in a moment. Oh, Janice, there you are.
Hi, teacher.
Hello. Could
I
you do you remember the pronunciation of this Mexican American person?
yes. I think that the Mexican person is more um uh, uh, I understand more
Okay. Uh-huh.
that the American person speaks super fast.
Yes. Yes, totally. Probably her pronunciation, so for some people can be easier because it is very similar to our speech. And for other people, no, for other people, they have a very different process of the pronunciation. So
Yes.
it becomes a little difficult to understand. So every person has a different challenge. For me, the most difficult was Colt's mom, personally. Who agrees, who disagrees with me?
I agree with you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too, especially with the Mrs.
The missus.
What was her name?
Who?
Of the Mrs.
The missus. Who are you talking about? Are you talking
La
about
señora.
Mrs.? No, yeah, Miss. The word is Miss.
Yes, she.
Mm-hmm.
She.
Colt's mom.
I don't remember her name.
She was Debbie.
Oh, yes, Debbie.
Yeah, she
Especially with
had
Debbie.
a massive pronunciation issue that we needed to solve. And that was a very strong accent, right? So you are going to see a lot of different accents in English. This specific exam is going to test you a little bit more because this is going to be a British accent. Number one, Cambridge is using British pronunciation, native British pronunciation. Probably they will use idiomatic expressions, British idiomatic expressions that are going to be considered for you new vocabulary. This month we are going to focus on English, British idiomatic expressions. Also, similar to American speakers, they will use the most common phrasal verbs. You need to dominate the phrasal verbs that you saw, help yourself with the material that Michael sent to the group, and many other usages for the listening section. These are the challenges for the part. That's the reason I insisted on you studying different accents. Buddy having an Italian accent, the Huevos Rancheros girl having a Mexican American accent, Debbie's mom having a South accent from Las Vegas, from Nevada, from New Mexico, and people from New York having a very quick speech. So different accents can help you understand that phonetics in English change a lot. And this exam can help you understand, or this training can help you understand the exam much better. British pronunciation. So what about British pronunciation? The first thing that you need to dominate is that when you are talking about British pronunciation, let's check, for example, this word. You will see that we always studied the red sound. For example, in this word we have
toast.
Toast. And then on top of the red audio, we have a blue audio. This blue audio corresponds to the British accent.
Toast.
You see, there's a slight difference. In this word, it's not really evident. But what happens if we see a word, like for example, this? This is a classic difference. Look at the American pronunciation. Help me, Mike. How would you pronounce the American word?
Schedule?
Exactly.
Schedule.
Schedule. There is a clear "u", right? Schedule. But then you see the British word, and this looks very different. Pronunciation, Luis?
Schedule.
Exactly.
Schedule.
Very good. Schedule.
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 And it's the same word. A little differences, little words, a little list, a very small list of different words in British accent. There's a very small list that change. For example, look at this list. We have the word antenna that in British accent is called aerial. When American people say that it's mad, British people say that it is angry. In American English, people say any place, but in British accent they say anywhere. And yeah, this is not really solid, because British American people will probably say any word too. In this case, fall. Fall is one of the 4 seasons of the year we have. Do you remember the seasons of the year? What are they?
Winter, spring.
Summer, autumn. Summer and autumn.
Excellent. So winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Did you know that in America we don't use autumn a lot? In America it's more common to say fall. But in British English, you are going to hear the word autumn. As you can see, in this moment, you are familiar with British English too. You have a perfect combination of American and British to understand the exam. There is a lot of words that you can study, so you can expand your vocabulary. I'm going to pass you this chart. So, anyway, that's the thing about British. In a moment, we are going to see this a little. But continuing talking about the pronunciation, something very, very special happens with the sound of letter R. In British English, there is a very, very strong difference on the phonetic and the phonetic R. Number one, in American English, we normally use for the letter T, we usually use this symbol. Remember? So for example, when you pronounce this in America, it will be
Water.
water, water, water. Remember the sound? Everybody pronunciation. Water.
Water.
Good. Perfect. And on the other side, we have in the British accent, the T is not a small t. This is a very strong t. T.
Say that with me. T.
The difference is the R. The R is not pronounced. So British people will pronounce water. Everybody, water.
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 That's
Water.
right.
Water. Water.
Water.
Water.
Do you see? So every time in the exam, you are going to check the differences on pronunciation. It's going to be difficult because the pronunciation will be a little different, but it's not impossible. You have the grammatical abilities to understand this type of words. Probably the most difficult part is the vocabulary, the words that change. I consider, but it's not important. British and American vocabulary. The first thing that we need to cover is, yes, pronunciation. Remember, what is the pronunciation for the phonetic R in British English? In British English, it's not R.
Water. T.
It's more like you open
To.
for the letter R.
R.
Exactly. Other examples can include, for example, let's say British R. The British R at the end of the word. For example, the silent R. Oh, look at this. This is a great example. In the word fork, the R doesn't sound. And the person is fork. In the word bird, the R is not really pronounced. So the pronunciation is bird. In the word cart, the R is not really pronounced, and they pronounce cart. Everybody pronounce cart.
Cut.
American English, cart.
Car. Cut.
British English, cart.
Cut.
Everybody, I want to listen to you. Good. Next, American English, where?
Where?
Where.
American English, American, where?
Where.
Exactly. Give me the R, where? British English, where?
Where.
Where?
Where? Right? Like a Chileno. There's a where. Where? Right? And the last one, American English, father.
Father.
Other.
British English, father.
Father.
Exactly. I always tell you, if you pronounce correctly, you will understand correctly. Here, you can see the specific pronunciation. Some R's disappear. For example, 4X in British English, when the next word starts with a vowel, sorry, the pronunciation will be 4X. Everybody, 4X.
4X.
Yes.
American English, Sir Edward.
Sir Edward.
Correct.
Sir Edward.
Everybody, pronunciation, American English, Sir Edward.
Sir Edward.
Sir Edward.
Good. American English, Sir Edward. Sir
Edward.
Edward. Exactly. Edward.
British English, no?
Exactly. British English, Sir Edward. Crazy, no? American English, here again.
Here again.
Excellent. Everybody, hello. Here again.
Here again.
Yes. What about Robert? What about Michael? What's up? Again, here again.
Here again.
Yeah. British English, here again.
Here again.
Here again.
Exactly. That's right. Here again.
Again.
Excellent. That's right. Next, American English. Better, better, better example. Let's go.
Better example.
Better example.
Example.
Better example. This is similar to your pronunciation. British accent. Better example.
Better example.
Better example.
Exactly. That is correct. You see the difference, no? That is the pronunciation of American versus English. These changes can make the listening difficult. So I suggest that you practice and practice and practice listening English podcast, English television, English YouTube videos. I insist, insist, insist on listening English people. Okay? Any question on the pronunciation?
No, teacher.
Excellent. What about the rest?
No.
All right. That's going to be the challenge. So in this moment, what I want you to check is a practice. Okay? We are going to get familiar with the exercises that you are going to see in the next exam. This is the practice for the PET, B1 Preliminary Certificate Exam. Okay? There are 4 different parts on the listening section. Part 1 is called pictures. You will see a series of pictures and you need to select the correct picture according to the audio. Part 2, 6 short recordings for attitudes. In part 2, you are going to listen to 6 conversations. Then you will need to select the correct option according to the instruction. On part 3, it says complete the blank using information in the audio. This is the most difficult exam. Complete the blanks is similar to this exercise. You have, in this case, an invitation, and you need to complete these blanks according to the audio's information. And part 4, multiple choice. Multiple choice is I give you 3 different options, and then you need to tell me the correct one. Okay? So let's start to practice. We are going to go through part 1. Let me open the exam for you. Part 1. Perfect. Okay. This is a demo for part 1. There are 7 questions in this part. For each question, there are 3 pictures and a short recording. Choose the correct picture. You are going to listen to the recording and choose the correct picture. Okay? Can you see the pictures?
Yeah.
Right? In this case, you have a little hat, a door. In the next one, we have a hat and a bag. In the next one, we have a hat and a bus, right? There is one object in common. What is the object in common?
Hat.
The hat.
Exactly, right? So the audio will probably be about where the person left the hat. According to the example, it says, where is the girl's hat? The correct answer is A. Let's listen to the audio and let's confirm this information.
There are 7 questions in this part. For each question, there are 3 pictures and a short recording. Choose the correct picture and put a tick in the box below it. Before we start, here is an example. Where is the girl's hat?
Where's your new hat, Sally? I hope you haven't left it on the school bus.
Don't worry, Mum. I put it in my school bag because I was too hot.
Are you sure? I can't see it there. You probably dropped it in the road somewhere.
Oh, here it is, hanging in the hall. I forgot to take it this morning.
The first picture is correct, so there is a tick in box A. Look at the 3 pictures for question 1 now.
So this was the example, right? The correct option answer is A. Why? Who can tell me why is letter A?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Why is letter A the correct option?
Because she said that she forgot the handle box or something like that.
Handle box. What is a handle box?
I don't know what is the name about over the umbrellas.
The thing. Oh, the word over here is a hanger.
Ah, hanger.
But did she mention hanger?
Or something like that. She said, I forget. I listen handle box or.
Well, that's exactly where you have to tell me the correct word. I don't think she said handle. Let's listen again.
You probably dropped it in the road somewhere.
Oh, here it is, hanging in the hall.
What did she say?
Handing in the hole.
Again?
Handing in the hole.
Handing. What is handing?
Handing.
It is like give.
Exactly. Hand
like
is
give
similar
something,
to
no?
give. Correct. Hand is similar to give, and this doesn't match the context. So she didn't say hand.
I'm agree with Robert because the girl mentioned that she forgot to take it in the morning.
Excellent. Excellent. That's one option. And she mentioned first the hat, but this is not the location of the hat. Where is the hat? Anybody else?
So is C, no?
No, the correct answer is A. This is the answer.
Okay, yes.
But we need to know why. What did the girl mention that makes us select letter A? Let's listen again.
School bag because I was too hot.
Are you sure? I can't see it there. You probably dropped it in the road somewhere.
Oh, here it is, hanging in the hall.
Paint in the hole?
Again, Mike?
Paint in the hole?
How do you spell the first word?
Paint.
T-E-N?
No.
T.
T, paint.
Paint?
No. Let me check.
Okay, because that's very important stuff. For example, Robert said handing. That comes from the verb hand. But hand is similar to give. So that doesn't make sense. But the phonetic is similar.
Hanging.
Hanging. I agree. Hanging comes from the verb hang. You see what I mean? And what is hang? You know what is hang, right?
Hang.
I don't know.
You don't know what is hang? Yes, it was in the vocabulary. Hang. You hang the clothes. This person is hanging on the bar.
Okay.
You see? So where is the hat?
Hanging. Hanging in the wall.
In the wall, kinda. It's not wall. And anybody else?
Hanging in the hall.
Hanging in the hole.
Yes. What is hall? Hall is spelled like this. Who knows what is hall?
Hole.
No.
It's the thing that you can put clothes, like coats. No.
Some minutes ago, I told you that this is a hanger.
Okay.
Not a hole.
Hole. No.
Don't you know what is a hall?
Living room.
Living room, you're very close, and it's very close.
It's a place, no?
What part of your house is the hall?
Enter.
Again, Janice?
In the enter of the house.
Enter is a verb. In the entrance.
Entrance.
In the entrance, no.
Living room? Living room? No?
Nope. Hall. This is a hall. Is a connection to the rooms. You see? So when the woman says hanging in the hall, the answer is letter A. Because of two references, hang and hall. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Very, very important word. So this is only the example, okay? I am going to give you the exercise, okay? Let's listen to question number 1. Everybody take notes. Take notes on the answer, okay? When you are ready with your note, send me a thumbs up, just like this. Okay? Okay, Janice is ready. What about the rest? Okay, now we check. Let's give a second because Jessie is in the class. Hello, Jess.
Hi, good night.
Hello, good night, girl.
So I will say attendance.
Yes.
And
Hi, yes.
hi, Jenny. Thank you. Luis?
Hi, yes.
Hi, Luis. Thank you. Mike?
Present.
Thank you, Mike. Raul?
Who? Raul, right?
Raul?
Absent.
All right. Robert?
Present.
Hi, Robert. Thank you. Sochi?
Present.
Thank you, Sochi. And Cés? César?
Cesar, absent.
All right. Somebody else?
That's it.
All right.
To
Thank you,
Michael and everything.
everyone.
Right?
Yes, right? You.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
I, the third person.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's play the question. Attention, eh? Let's go.
I forgot to take it this morning.
The first picture is correct, so there is a tick in box A. Look at the 3 pictures for question 1 now. Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully. You will hear each recording twice. 1. What was damaged in the storm?
Was the roof of your house all right after the storm, Anna? I saw a workman there with a ladder today.
I'd had the roof repaired recently, so that wasn't a problem. The workman was putting some new glass in an upstairs window. I think a branch from a tree broke it when it fell off in the wind. I was quite lucky. It didn't damage my car, which was parked right under the tree.
Tell me, Janice, what was damaged in the storm?
The car.
The car. How do you know that?
But she said that she think that tree branch in the car.
Tree branch in the car. Okay, we need to check specifically what she said. Okay, let's listen again.
A workman there with a...
Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully. You will hear each recording twice. 1. What was damaged in the storm?
Was the roof of your house all right after the storm, Anna? I saw a workman there with a ladder today.
I'd had the roof repaired recently, so that wasn't a problem. The workman was putting some new glass in an upstairs window. I think a branch from a tree broke it when it fell off in the wind. I was quite lucky. It didn't damage my car, which was parked right under the tree.
What did she say about the car, Janice?
Tree branch.
Exactly. Do you know what is branch?
When tree have a branch.
Again?
Tree have a branch. No.
Yes. Yes. Trees have branches.
Yes.
Trees have branches. And in this case, what did she say about the branch in the car?
She said that broken window.
You are mixing information. Listen again.
That wasn't a problem. The workman was putting some new glass in.
What did she say here? Repeat.
of the glass.
Mhm. And what about the glass? What is the opposite of old?
Any?
Old.
New?
Exactly. Listen again.
Was the roof of your house all right after the storm, Anna? I saw a workman there with a ladder today.
I'd had the roof repaired recently, so that wasn't a problem. The workman was putting some new glass in an...
New glasses.
New glass. Exactly. What was happening with the new glass?
Broken.
Broken? She never said broken.
Branch. No. Tree branch.
Listen again.
That wasn't a problem. The workman was putting some new glass...
Putting new glasses.
Exactly. Yes, putting new glass. What is necessary for an ing verb?
Can you? No.
Think about it. Necessary for an ing.
Do.
Anybody help? Necessary for an ing? Guys, help. Necessary for an ing? Structures.
Verb to be.
Verb to be. Yeah. What is the verb to be in past, Janice?
Where?
Singular? Singular. Where is plural? Again?
Was.
Was. Listen again.
The workman was putting some new glass in...
Was putting new glass.
Exactly. Continue.
in an upstairs window. I think a branch from a tree broke it when it fell off in the wind.
The final part.
I think that branch.
Yes.
That's it.
Kinda. Listen again.
I think a branch from a tree broke it when it...
I think that is broken. No.
Yes, correct. What is broke?
Glasses.
No. What is broke? Definition.
Broken?
Okay, we have a question in vocabulary, no?
Yes.
Okay, check this out. The verb in present is break. Past of break.
Broken?
Past.
Broke.
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 You see? Break, broke, broken. So when you listen to this,
Some new glass in an upstairs window. I think a branch from a tree broke it when it fell off.
Take a branch. And broke window.
but you are ignoring some syllables. Where is the branch from? The origin of the branch?
A tree, no?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Branches come from trees. So complete idea, Janice?
Could you repeat, please?
Yes, of course.
Some new glass in an upstairs window. I think a branch from a tree broke it when it fell.
New glass in the window.
But what is the branch? You are not listening.
I think
You are trying to think of the meaning, but you need to think and listen the phonetics. She said, a branch, syllable, broke. A branch, syllable, broke.
That wasn't a problem. The workman was putting some new glass in an upstairs window.
1, 2, 3.
I think a branch from a tree.
think a branch in the tree.
Nice. Eliminate in. What is the connector for origin?
On the tree.
Connector for origin. What is your city of origin?
I forget.
Janice, what is your city of origin?
From.
Okay, so complete idea, I think.
I think a branch from tree.
Exactly. How many trees?
1.
Similar to 1?
A tree.
Complete idea.
I think a branch from a tree.
I think a branch from a tree.
Broke.
Broke.
The window.
Broke the window. That's correct. And this is option letter?
B.
B. Exactly. Yes, you listen a car. But when you listen a car, you will hear that the woman says, it didn't break the car. When she mentions the car, she says a negative thing.
Broke it when it fell off in the wind. I was quite lucky. It didn't damage my car.
It didn't damage
Okay.
my car. Do you remember damage?
Yes.
Well, that's the audio for the car.
Okay.
There you have it. So there are 4 new vocabularies in this practice, guys. We have hang, fall off, and damage. And of course, study your verbs in past. You need to dominate the verbs in past. This is a little demo for the exam, part 1. Welcome to the real English. So tomorrow we study part 2, Monday we study part 3, and so on. Remember, we are training for the end of the level, so please continue studying, continue practicing, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day, guys. See you later.
See you. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.